guest speakers, one of the best speakers. And tonight I'm going to tell you and share a story about big dreams. See here? So big dreams. Prayer. So I'm going to talk to you about Joseph. Joseph, the king of the dreamer. Pharaoh said to Joseph, I hereby put you in charge of the entire land of Egypt. That was history. If you apply that one today, Joseph will be the vice president in the United States. Or he might be the Forbes billionaires list. So Joseph was a favorite son of his parents. The son of Jacob, and bundles of grain. So he has that dream. And we can learn this one from history and how we can apply it into our life. When he has a dream, a bundle of grain suddenly by bundle stood up, and their bundles gathered around and bowed low before mine. So when he talked about that dream to his brothers, and some of them didn't believe it. They get jealous. And the second dream he has, the sun, moon, 11 stars bow low before me. So he was thinking, he was telling them that, you know what, you're going to bow to me. But his brother was so upset with him. And let's just throw him into the empty cistern here in the wilderness. And I remember this one when I was in the Navy. I was on training. It was 12 o'clock in the morning. And I was sleeping on my duty. And what happened was, my commanding, one of the officers, saw me. And he put me on it was like a tub with the water. And he put me inside of the water. And I was thinking, how again? I was like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. It was so cold. And I was thinking myself, like I'm like Jackie Chan, when we have that water. But you know, it lasts like 5 hours. And I've seen, I can remember also with Joseph, who was there at that moment. And Joseph was sold to the Ishmaelites. But that dream was just a problem, but it turns to be a stepping stone. And because he was sold to the Ishmaelite, his dad was Jacob, one of his brothers. They killed the goat to show them that Joseph was killed in the wilderness. So Joseph and Potiphar's wife, so when he was going, so we're just trying to fast forward the story. People for us, sometimes we are employees, we are CEO, we are own business. We go through into a test. And sometimes we go, every test that we have, if we don't pass it, we go into temptations. And Joseph will get through into a test. And when his boss wife was thinking maybe his body with Joseph is like Arnold Schwarzenegger. So what happened also with our president of the United States? He was also tempted. How many politicians, CEOs, president of large corporations was into trouble? And sometimes also their marriages get broken because of what happened. They have kids, they get separated with their parents. And that have reminded us already about what happened. And you get tested, trapped, adversity, trials, start to getting your big dreams. So no matter what the temptations God allows, is because He wants us to use us to be a stepping stone. And we don't think that Joseph will be the next big thing, will be the next big person. And when he was in prison, he still believed in God that there is something ahead. I was talking to two persons, and there was like a connecting the dot. Sometimes in our lives we may go to adversity, problems, but there is a connecting the dot. When I remember that one before when I was working as IT manager, as Chief Information Officer. I was connecting with that also. And right now we run our own business. It was an opportunity. And Joseph was in jail. And adversity turns to be an opportunity because when he was in jail, he connect also with the cupbearer. So the cupbearer, there are two persons from the king, the cupbearer and the chief baker. The two of them have also a dream. So at the time when Joseph interpreted the dreams of the cupbearer, it turns out to be he was pulled out from the jail. But for the king's baker, it turns out he was hanged and he was killed. Joseph said to cupbearer, "Mention me in Pharaoh." But what we can learn this one here in this part of the story is the best salesman for ourselves is us, you. So that's why we are here in Toastmaster also. The way that we deliver the speeches is the one who inspires us to tell someone about our dreams. To connect with other people. So connected with Pharaoh, and Joseph interpreted Pharaoh's dreams, and he became the governor of Egypt. And that's what happened. He's already a Forbes billionaires list, or he's the vice president of the United States. So God equip you what you have word. That would be what the kings need. And thank you very much.
So that brings us to our next speaker who had all the appointees, Jeffrey Abatayo, and he will be evaluated by Tanya.
Okay, Jeffrey, you're going to have to bear with me on this speech. But I just wanted to say that I love this title, Big Dreams. Ooh, I don't know where you're going with it. I thought maybe you're going dreams in your life, your goals, or dreams at night, something subconscious. So I didn't know. And the imagery on the screen was all very powerful imagery. And the symbols there are like the archetypes of dreams that you could also glom onto with your imagination. So I enjoyed, for example, those references to powerful people, Joseph being the VP of the United States, being on the Forbes list. I like those references, this modern reference to an old story. So that was good. So these kinds of details were something that I did get. I did get that. And a couple of times you had some sentences like best salesman for the self is us. So that is something that I'm thinking to myself, okay, what do I have to do in my life to put myself out there and sell myself? So I think that if there was a reference point there to the Joseph story, I didn't hear anything about Joseph selling himself. Was there something there that I missed?
No, when he mentioned to talk to the cupbearer, that if you want to release here, you talk to the king about me.
Oh yes,
that's what
yes, okay. I would say that's more having to do with making connections, but that's another point. But I like that too. So these are all references, again, that I don't have the backstory on. I like that you're leveraging PowerPoint because had it not been for the visuals, I would have had even more difficulties. But then again, I also like when people tell little stories and have descriptions of them that I can get across. Does anybody else want to add some words that can fill in the blanks? Because I don't have the...
Well, just to add to Tanya's evaluation, I also love the visual aid, and they were very powerful, and it's easy on the eye. I just felt...
dense. So thank you very much, right? These are the oh yes. Thank you, Joe.